guys, how are you? Welcome to our webinar on time management strategies for busy moms. My name is Leslie Arkillian. I'll be your host today. If we haven't met, I want to introduce myself just shortly in about one sentence. I am a portrait photographer turned identity coach for mom. I realized when my son was born that I quickly went from Leslie to Liam's mom, and that hasn't shifted. But since my son has been 18 months and now is almost 5, I've been taking steps to reclaiming my own identity, and I want to help you do the same. So one of the first steps is self-care, like we talked about previously. However, working on your time management is really going to help you as well. So let's get into it. So as mothers, we understand the juggling act, right? Of managing family, household responsibilities, even a career. In this webinar, we're going to be exploring some effective time management techniques and strategies that will help you regain control of your time and create a better balance in your life. So let's dive right in, right? Before we begin discussing specific time management strategies, let's take a moment to acknowledge the challenges that are faced by busy moms. We all know how demanding and unpredictable motherhood can be. However, by adopting the right mindset and implementing some effective techniques, we can maximize our productivity and make the most of our time. Remember, it's not about doing more, it's about doing things efficiently and prioritizing what truly matters. So the first step in effective time management is identifying our priorities. As busy moms, our to-do list can feel so overwhelming. So we need to take some time to really reflect on what's truly important to us, to you, and your family. By prioritizing, we can focus our efforts on what matters most and let go of those non-essential tasks. Remember, saying no to certain things means saying yes to other things. So once we have identified our priorities, it's crucial that we start setting some clear goals for ourselves and our families. A goal provides a sense of direction and purpose. It's kind of like that GPS. Once you set your endpoint, it can tell you all the twists and turns to get there. And that really helps us stay focused and motivated, right? So start by setting some long-term goals and then break them down into smaller chunks. I like to start with a 90-day period and then give myself 3 subtasks, 3 big milestones, something that I can accomplish in month 1, 2, and month 3. And then I can break those milestones down into smaller tasks as well. This gives me smaller, actionable items that are broken down. They don't seem so scary, and they're easier to tackle, and they can help us make progress towards our larger objective. So in order to set a goal, there's some planning and organizing that's involved, right? So planning and organizing actually plays a vital role in managing our time efficiently. By creating a routine and scheduling our tasks, we can reduce stress and make better use of our limited time. Consider using tools like calendars, planners, or even smartphone apps to keep track of your schedule. One thing that's worked really well for our family is we have one family calendar. Now I have a business calendar where I keep all my crazies, but anything that the family needs to see and know about is on one shareable calendar that everybody has access to. And this allows us to quickly get into that calendar and say, oh, my husband's got this thing coming up. Liam has ice skating on Fridays. I have a photo shoot on Saturday, and I'll be doing some calls throughout the day. It lets the family know what's going on as we go. So that really helps us. So maybe it'll help you. Or maybe one of these apps. There are so many scheduler apps and different habit forming apps and things like that. You can go bananas looking at it. But the trick is to allocate specific time blocks for different activities. This ensures that you get a fair balance between family, work, and personal time, and self-care. They aren't always easy in the beginning. I'm implementing a time block scenario in my own house. Liam and I are home full time. I work from home. He's out of daycare. We're homeschooling. So a lot on our plate. So getting time to record a video like this or jump on a call can be tricky. So we are implementing, but the key for these tasks and time management is to be consistent. And consistency can be hard, especially if you're a little scattered, a little ADHD like me. But it's a journey and we practice, and day by day we'll build that routine where our time and our promises to ourselves and our self-care and figuring out what's a priority and what's not will become second nature. And it's a muscle that we have to build. So one way we can help ourselves is to know that we do not have to take on everything ourselves. One of the most significant challenges that I find for myself and other busy moms is a tendency to do just that, to take on everything by themselves. Remember, sweetie, it is okay and essential that you ask for help and delegate tasks. Involve your partner, your children, other family members in the household, and additionally, you can consider outsourcing certain tasks like cleaning or grocery shopping, just something to free up your time for yourself. I just recently met a woman. She is a new expecting mama, and she's starting up her own laundry service. She's going to be helping moms in the military outsource their laundry to free up some of their time, and it gives her a little bit extra income. There are people out there that love to do laundry. Can you imagine? So don't feel bad about outsourcing. There are people that actually find joy in doing these tasks that we don't. So find them and help them support their families as well. But I want to give you some practical time-saving tips and strategies that I've found implemented and think work. Even if I haven't fully implemented them, I am definitely working towards them. So the first one is streamlining household chores. This is a way to implement efficient cleaning and organizing techniques that can save time. So by setting up cleaning schedules involving the family and chores, decluttering regularly to maintain an organized home. I know clutter is one of the things that drives my anxiety levels up through the roof. I'm trying to implement a one in, one out type of scenario. Doesn't always work, but by freeing up some of the things that are no longer serving us in our homes, we essentially are releasing that energy and that stress and that anxiety that's building up in our minds because we have to maintain or move or think we're organizing the clutter. And you really can't organize clutter. But I digress. So another time-saving technique that I've utilized is meal planning. Planning your meals in advance, creating a weekly menu, and preparing meals in bulk when possible. This saves times on grocery shopping, meal prep, and decision making. Another way to save a little bit of your time is to utilize technology. There are so many apps that can help to automate and simplify your tasks. You can use, like I said, apps for grocery lists, meal planning, even organizing your schedules, like our shared calendar. So good. But the last tip I have for managing your time and saving you a little bit of your time is effective multitasking. And I love this one. Identify tasks that you can do simultaneously, such as listening to an audiobook while exercising or folding laundry while you're watching a TV show. If you can get your self-care in while you're getting a housework, you're going to get the extra boost of you accomplish something on your goals list and you get a little bit of enjoyment out of it while you're there. So, time management and self-care is what I want to talk to you about next. It is crucial to recognize the importance of self-care while managing your time efficiently. Remember, taking care of yourself is not selfish. It's necessary for your overall well-being. I'm going to say it once, twice, all the time, because we need to hear that. So incorporating activities that rejuvenate you, such as exercise, hobbies, or spending time with your loved ones, is so important. And when you take care of yourself, you'll have more energy and focus to devote to your family and to other responsibilities, and you will not feel guilty. As moms, we feel so much guilt about taking time for ourselves, but if we are running ragged, taking care of everybody else's needs, putting out fires, feeling the anxiety level up to here, we're not going to be as present because we're going to be so focused on the next fire, the next, not literal fire, but the next thing that could go wrong, or the next to-do list item, that we're not going to be able to be happy and present and enjoy this stage of motherhood. Everybody tells us it goes so fast, and it does. So we need to really take control of our time, take control of our self-care and our health. Be present for our families, because if we have a happy mama, we're going to have a happy family. So as we conclude this webinar, I encourage you to implement one, two, any of these strategies and techniques that we've talked about today. And remember that time management is a journey, and it might take time to find what works best for you. Be patient with yourself, and don't be afraid to adjust your approach as needed. I have so many times, and I try something, it doesn't work that time, I try again, because maybe it just wasn't the stage of my life that was going to work in. But by implementing these strategies and making the conscious choice about how we spend our time, we can create a more balanced and fulfilled life as busy moms. So I want to thank you all for joining today. I hope you found this webinar informative, inspiring. If you have any questions or would like to share your own time management tips, I'd love to hear. Please feel free to do so down in the chat. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye.